What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well today. So last night I spent the entire night, when I'm talking about night, until the sun was rising, just rearranging my room. You guys remember in one of my videos I mentioned that I love doing that. I love cleaning, I love organizing, and it's been really good, and I'm liking how things are turning out. But I'm mainly doing it because I am getting a new studio mate. That used to be all in my lounging room. This used to be under that desk, but I pulled it out. I'm just gonna keep it on the side and use it as storage space. Eventually what's gonna happen is I wanna deinstall that shelf and I want to install it right over here. Now down this creepy hallway, which you guys probably have never seen, which this is Alex's studio, is the storage space, and this is something that I've never shown you guys, and I wished I showed you guys how it looked like before, because it was so bad to the point where I couldn't even walk in. Like, I would stay at the entrance door and I would have to like slide myself in. But now I cleared out some space. There's leg space now. That rack used to be in my room, but I just pulled it out and I put it in here instead. And it's been very lonely without Alex. Alex, come back. And then of course in this room we have Ryan. And this is the lounging room. The lounging room is now being torn apart and is gonna disappear. Next I have to remove this TV and that and put the fridge in my room. So I'm not gonna announce who's going to be moving in, but all I can say is that I am very excited for this person to move in, just because I do work with him, I do dance with him, he is on V3, and he is a hard worker. I support him in his work. I can truly say that I am proud of him for where he is at in his current life stage at his age, and just what he's doing. He's ambitious, he's hardworking, he looks far ahead into the future and doesn't focus on the now but the later. Like, there are a lot of hard workers that I know amongst my friends. I'm never challenged and pushed by them, but that's really because their success and their occupation relies somewhere else on their special field, whereas I'm more in the art field, but I don't really have anyone who kind of pursues in the arts. Him moving in, I think it's gonna be good for him, I think it's gonna be good for me, and I'm just excited to have a work environment around the studio. We have Alex, Ryan, and this person, and then there's of course Stella, who comes in here and works, and then there's myself. Anyway, I had a wonderful morning doing the 5 pillars, and now I'm gonna spend a couple of hours maybe, just do some design, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Alright, so currently we have practice right now, and there's only 5 of us. It's like a separate project that we're working on. It's a video with just 5 of us. It's hard, it's long, and we have to record it next week. What? J-Down?
How long are we gonna vlog?
Mama, you have to vlog as much as you can.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, we'll definitely finish Andy's today.
Okay, let's vlog right now. Let's go fast. I can do it fast.
Okay.
Low 5. Yeah, Jaden. Oh, yeah.
Practice went really well. Mentally really tired. Afterwards we went to go out and we ate, and I came back here and I just worked straight through. Told you early in the vlog, I'm kind of cleaning out the lounging room. I'll show you guys right now. From this morning I forgot what exactly was here, but now everything is gone from up there to here. And the TV, I'm unmounted it, and I am currently patching up the walls that were on the hole. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of memories in this room, right? Like, there's a lot of memories in this room. You know, when I first came in here, this was my office space. So I renovated this place to be my office space. But eventually I moved out of here and I made this the lounging room, and what was lounging room before I moved in there. So I'm actually gonna go home, load my car with all the packages that came, wash up, come back here, unload, and just kind of rearrange things, take a nap, edit this vlog. It's gonna be a busy week. It's gonna be a busy month. It's gonna be a busy next 30 days. Before I do end this vlog, I just wanna share something with you guys. If you do wanna close this vlog now, you may, and come back tomorrow. So I met up with a V3 member and I had lunch with him. He shared something that he learned in a psychology class, and I don't remember the exact word he said, but he said something along the lines of, said a good life, a successful life that everyone tries to aim for, has 4 characteristics. It's wealth, health, love, and happiness. And he asked me, do you view these 4 traits as having a successful life? And I thought about it. Like, I never actually thought about that. Most of my life I worked a lot. Like, I work hard, I study hard, and I do my best that I can to do whatever I do to the best that I can. But I never really knew why I did it. I don't know what drove me. I don't know what motivated me. I just did what I did. And when he asked me that made me realize why I work the way that I do. I don't know if I'm getting like too personal, but I want to reflect back on that conversation and just share that with you guys. I realized that I work the way that I do and do the things that I do because I never had those 4 things when I was younger. I won't go into details, but wealth, health, like happiness, even love. Those are things that all lacked in my childhood, right? I can't go too deep because I can't share that. Like I wish I can share like every detail because it'll make so much more sense. But just know that I didn't have any of those. I lacked love in my childhood. Health-wise, I wasn't very healthy. Like people who knew me from a long time ago, like there was a point in my life where I reached 180 pounds. I was so ashamed of my body. I hated going to swimming. I hated going to the beach because I hated showing my body. Like I'd always cover myself. I would always wear shirts and like pants to swimming pools. Like I lacked love. I had a lot of insecurities. I was never confident in myself. I always got in trouble. I was called a lot of names, and I just felt like I felt like I never had any friends. Like financially, I mean, my past, I wasn't working right when I was a kid, but I remember a lot of events where like finance was always the center of every drama in the house. It was the number one thing that I always heard in my ear, like we have no money, we have no money. Like happiness, that's something that I always try to seek out, right? Like when I was younger, I was a people pleaser. Just even in high school, I was a people pleaser. Like I would do everything that I can to please people. Like I remember the biggest problem that I had in high school was I would just ask, you know, random people, hey, let's go eat out, I'll buy you food, I'll buy you food. Like I had this mentality where like I felt like I had to buy my friends, or I don't know if you ever had to go through that, but I did. Like I had a very lonely life in the past, you know, and I'm talking about when I was like even 18, 17, 16, maybe even 19, 20. Like I'm 25 now, and just even 5 years ago, I dealt with these things. So I don't exactly know when that transformation happened. I don't know when I started to think differently. I don't know when I started to work hard, but all I remember is because I had that kind of childhood, I made a conscious decision to say that I am no longer going to live that kind of life. I no longer will be like that. I want to be completely different. And so I worked hard. Like everything that I did, I worked hard, did my best. I gave it everything that I can. I pulled a bunch of all-nighters. I would stay up all night. I would do research, and I would do everything that I can to just push myself in whatever direction that I can and be the best that I can at it. Long story short, I'm really thankful and grateful and blessed to be where I am today. You know, the 4 traits: wealth, health, love, and happiness. These are 4 things that I did not have in the past and that I lacked. And that's why I worked so hard to obtain those 4 things. And here I am, not having everything, right? I don't have everything in the world, but I do have something now, right? Like for example, wealth. I don't have a lot of money, but I have enough to live. I have enough to be satisfied. And God provides just the right amount for me. The right amount to the point where I don't have to stress about, do I have to pay rent? Like, do I have enough next month? Do I have next month? I have enough for like a while so that I can continue to focus on the things that I love to do, continue to do God's image, right? Continue to do V3, continue to be with Stella, continue to be with fam. And then going into love, there's God's image, there's V3, there's Stella, there's family, there's my brothers and sisters. I'm able to give love to them, I'm able to receive love from them, and I've never felt so much joy from just that whole, because I have more time than I used to, I get to spend time with God. Not that I have to, I get to, and that's the difference. In terms of health, I'm able to eat better now. I'm able to actually like maintain my diet, actually work out with V3. Like I'm able to continue to dance, right? And dancing is the best form of workout, trust me. And through all of that, just to tie everything together, there's happiness, right? I've never been so happy and joyful, right? I mean, it's different from stress, right? From being overwhelmed with work. And in all of that, I find a lot of joy actually. But I am extremely blessed and thankful that God has allowed me to live that kind of life in the past so that I can be where I am today. I'm continuing to grow, to continue to spend more time with God, and to allow God just to teach me whatever He has to teach me, learning from Him being my master, my father, and Him discipling me, and me being able to teach that to V3 members, to God's image members, and discipling them. And I know the moment I start getting content and lazy, all of that's gonna start disappearing, right? So if you are living a lazy life, get up, right? Live a life that is pleasing to the Lord. Live not only a life of faith, but of works, and push yourself and continue to pursue after what you love to do. Find something that you love to do. That is why I always say be passionate, inspired, and grateful, and all that you guys do, because that has kind of been my motto for my whole life, right? I'm always trying to look out for passionate people, become inspired by them, and be grateful for whatever situation that I am, because every successful person has always gone through something tragic, and from that lowest pit, they always come back up even higher and greater. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I know I went off for just a little long, but promise tomorrow's video is gonna be fun. I'm actually gonna babysit Jaden for about 2 hours, and we're gonna have a wonderful time, and it's gonna be a lot of work in the studio. So I'm excited to show you who's moving into that studio tomorrow, and Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give this a big thumbs up. Remember to stay passionate, inspired, and grateful in all that you guys do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Thank you. Adios.